Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best, you gotta show me son. Actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
one-on-one, just say to them, ask them, do you buy the pay-per-view, or are you illegally getting it? Are you stealing it? Oh man, motherfucker, I steal it. I said, well, there you go. But you're supporting your fighter?
Once again, you're tuned in to WCS. Salute to everyone on deck, man. Saturday night fights. You know what it is. Virgil Ortiz, Michael McKinson getting it in for the 147-pound welterweight division. If you're in the building, if I have to tell you, hit the like button. You already know that's an issue. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take that much. Hit the like button. You know what it is. Shout out to Big Blunts and Boxing on deck tonight. You know what I'm saying? Be sure you go over there and support the brothers. He build his channel. Tell a friend, man. He got some superb content over there that he's done so far. You know what I'm saying? So support the channels that's up and coming and growing. His is one of them. Obviously, he has a talent. He's very knowledgeable in putting videos together and telling a story. And as content creators, that's very important. You know what I'm saying? You see, we here, we ready. If you're early, you're on time. No, we here, we ready. If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. That's true. That's military shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Because in the Marines, man, we had to freaking hurry up and wait, as we call it. We had to be there 15, sometimes 30 minutes early. When we was waiting on the president to come in, we was out there in Charlie's at the Iwo Jima. And he was over an hour late, man. We was sweating our ass off up in there. He came and spoke for like 10 minutes and then bounced, went back in the bird and out. We had to walk back to work. Make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe button on the way in. Let's go for sure. Shout out to Mr. Gumbo on deck with it. Salute WCS, my brother. Salute to you. I'm looking at Kid Austin, man. Go in here. In the 5th round, he's doing well against Guerrero. Andrew Charles on deck. WCS salute. Mr. Gumbo says salute WCS, my brother. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate y'all pulling up. This is one of those fight cards that, of course, it's not as heavy. But if you're a fight fan, and if you are a media segue, you're going to go ahead and support it anyway. And of course, we're going to talk about, boxing topics in general, man. You know what it is. Gumbo say, salute, Andrew Charles. Thanks for the birthday wishes. All right, man. Damn. I didn't know it was your birthday, bro. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, brother. Another year of prosperity. Be safe out there. And, I just heard one of my brothers contracted COVID for the second time, so he's been recovering from that. him and his wife. So, man, shout out to you and your birthday, man. Be safe out there and everything else. Continue to support the channel. All of you that's in the chat. So we have a DAZN card, and right now, Kid Austin's on deck. This is an 8th round fight. I'm going to try my best to stay on topic. You know how that is. I'm going to try my best to stay on topic tonight. But yeah, hey, while Kid Austin is fighting, right, shout out to him. Let's talk about certain things going on in boxing, man. At the end of the day, you know, we have, you know, the speculation on where Ryan Garcia is going to get the shot with Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? We still trying to figure out, will that potentially be Gervonta Davis' opponent if he's fighting down here in Atlanta? Because I did get word that Gervonta Davis next fight will be down here in the A. So I'm unsure as to opponent, but I did receive word. Stopping point should be Atlanta. Real talk. So it's nothing solid and concrete, but I was provided the information. Now, if you don't know, Gervonta's second home is down here in the A, and he was able to come down here and fight Yorkis Gamboa and Mario Barrios. So this would be the third time, if he is scheduled, to come down here. I don't know who his opponent is. If it's Ryan Garcia, good. I think that's a solid fight. Kid Austin just got the stoppage. You know what I'm saying? He just got the stoppage. So shout out to this young warrior coming up in the sport. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Has a bright future. He gets the win via stoppage. Golden boy. You know what I'm saying? Golden boy is on deck once again. And, you know, of course, he's trained by his pops. You know what I'm saying? He's been in his life for quite some time. I'm trying to keep it on boxing, dog. Andrew said they good. They stopped the fight. Guerrero did his job and gave Schofield some rounds. He did, didn't he? You know what I'm saying? Was he just in there to pace the you know what I'm saying, pace the rounds a little bit and everything? Did he have a full training camp? We don't know, but shout out to Kid Austin, man. Shout out to King Mitch on deck with it. Salute. Shout out and salute to Mr. Gumbo, man, with a $20 super chat. Much appreciated, my brother, as always. You know what I'm saying? One of the super chat supporters, man. He always dropping through whenever he feel like it. He support the channel, man. And, you know, love to you, my brother. I appreciate you. I'm going to always support, even if I'm not always in the chat. No doubt, bro. Gratitude to you. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your hard-earned money. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Salute, Scotty. Salute to you, OG. How you feeling, bro? You know, we have, you know, a fight night. I'm looking forward to Virgil Ortiz going in here and putting on a show against Michael McKinson. And like I said before, it should be a good boxing match early on. But you know, McKinson only holds 2 knockouts. So like I said before, Virgil Ortiz is a dog, man. He's a very tenacious fighter, come forward, and he's been through the fire. And when you walk out the fire and, you know, you're still fighting and you just smoldering a little bit and you still laying down, pop, 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 you know, you still giving it back. They saying, damn, what more can I do this guy? I mean, that's pretty much what you get for Virgil Ortiz. You're going to have to absolutely have that power to hit him on the chin and break him down, man. Else he's going to keep coming. I'm looking to see Blair the Flair. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people are still tripping. I'm surprised there's not more people talking about it. But from my understanding, Maurice Hooker missed weight by 3 pounds. All right. So with that said, I don't know what happened. I will have to try to find out, like, was he injured during training camp or what? But he missed weight. So therefore, even in boxing, sometimes these fighters just still step in the ring and go get it in because it's a check at the end of the day. So let's talk about the co-main event. If you don't know, Marlon Esparza, right, versus Eva Guzman, 10 rounds. Let me break this shit down again, right? If you don't remember Marlene, she was on the 2012 Olympic team, right? At that point in time, the women was the only fighters that brought home medals that, from the Olympic team that year. It was Clarissa Shields and it was Marlene Esparza. Marlene Esparza is on a mission, she says, for her kids to remember her as somebody special, one of those special fighters. So she's on a mission right now, you know what I'm saying, in the flyweight division to collect all the titles. She has to go in there and compete against Eva Guzman in 10 rounds in the women's flyweight division. So look forward to hear her, man. She's co-main event this shit. She is an Olympian. She did medal. You know what I'm saying? From my understanding, I think she picked up a bronze, I believe. And Clarissa, of course, she picked up a gold. But they was the only ones. If you want me to run them off to you, some of the fellas that was in there, I can. It was, Jose Ramirez, Marcus Brown, Terrell Goucher, Errol Spence Jr., Dominic Brazil. Who else was in there? I mean, it was plenty of fighters. I said Marcus Brown, Terrell Goucher. Yeah, but that was one of the teams where none of the males brought home medals. I know Errol Spence Jr., he went out in the quarterfinals. You know what I'm saying? But the women, they brought home medals and the fellas didn't. So going down on the card, man, we have Alex Martin versus Henry Lundy, as we already seen, of course, where let me see if I got this right before I go on. Yeah, from what we seen, Lundy took the defeat, man. He lost via decision. And also you have Maurice Hooker versus Blair Cobbs. I'm getting in here a little bit late, so I'm trying to stay caught up. They're talking to Kid Austin right now post-fight. So I really don't know what exactly happened with Mo Hooker missing weight the way he did, but I'm pretty sure they'll figure it out. I do know that team Terrence Crawford is in Texas as we speak. Now, I wouldn't recommend to you or suggest that we're going to see some type of paths that cross between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford like they did before. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence is at a point right now where they understand where the fight is at, where negotiations at, if they're active or they're stalled. Right now, on the outside looking in, we can say that the negotiation process is stalled. So I don't think we're going to see any type of interaction between the two, regardless if Terrence Crawford is in Texas. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. It wouldn't be worth anything. If the fight isn't happening, why go up there and try to make a big deal about, yeah, here we go again, blah, blah, blah. No, that's all that, easy route and all that shit is over. Errol Spence is the WBC, WBA, and IBF titleist, and Terrence Crawford is the WBO titleist. So, hey, that is what it is, man. Hope you have a great night, my brother, Mr. Gumbo, for real. Hey, salute. Toast to us, man. I'm surprised Blair feels good enough to get back in the ring. I feel like he just took that beating. I know some beatings weigh on you, right? I thought Blair would be out just a little bit longer also, but that's Blair the Flair, man. He has to come back. He has to come back, y'all. He has to come back. They're going through the fights that happened earlier. Let me see. Oh, they're showing Henry Lundy, getting a knockdown earlier with Alex. But Alex stood his ground, man. He came back strong, bro. And then he was fighting with a heavy heart. He had lost his brother earlier, I guess earlier this week or earlier this month. He came back and stood strong. Then Kid Austin, he gets the stoppage. He earned a knockdown in the fight. Very promising rising prospect in the game. Trap media on here. Look, I'm gonna start calling Trap the politician of boxing. God damn it. For real. Shout out to Trap, dude. Trap be coming in here and dropping the he be typing in the chat like a politician. You know what I'm saying? He said Hooker's very unprofessional for missing weight. Me, I look at it, Trap, like I don't know if he's injured or not, brother. You know what I'm saying? I want to give Mo Hooker the benefit because he's a good dude, bro. Mo Hooker, I'm not going to automatically just say, oh, man, he's unprofessional, man. I mean, that's just not something that's a reoccurring theme for Mo Hooker, bro. Oh, you think he did it for the advantage against Blair? Listen, I look at Mo Hooker as a fighter that should have enough experience to go in there and get it done against Blair the Flair, who we seen get stopped in his last fight. Now hold up. I know that Maurice Hooker was in there and he was stopped too. Okay, we know both of these guys suffer stoppages. We got it. So him coming in there bigger, he just wanted to have a weight advantage. He also was fined. He just didn't come in there overweight without getting a portion of his purse fine, So is this fight with Blair worth it for him to come in overweight? I don't know, bro. I don't see it. I don't see that being a reason for him to come in overweight, face a penalty, and go in there and fight Blair as if it does anything for his career. That don't boost him up. You know what I'm saying? Look, if Blair the Flair would have defeated his last opponent, shout out to Vince Scully, man, passing away 11/29/1927 to 8/2/2022. He just passed, this month. But if Blair would have won his last fight, then we'll have a different story on our hands, right? We'll be talking a different language. We'll just say, Blair's, he proved himself. He was talking shit to Jerron Ennis. He was talking shit on TBV, the Boxing Voice. Shout out to the Boxing Voice doing the damn thing. He was talking shit about Errol Spence, called the man a coward and everything. I'm saying to myself, what the hell, bro? You got to back that shit up. He go in there and go out like Rolly Romero. Bing, 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 bing. I mean, god damn. All I saw was Fromatic. Every time he hit, goddamn, his fro just waving side to side. Bing, 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 bing. Like, damn, what the hell's going on, Blair? And you said Kid Austin looks strong as hell for 19. He is, man. He got muscle on him, dog. He just wings his punches a little bit for me. You know what I'm saying? When he has his opponent up against the ropes, he just, the wide angle that he giving you, like, you need to line them up a little bit more lineal so you won't set yourself up to be encountered by tougher opposition. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to work on that because he's not gonna be able to, get fighters on the rope and then just have those wide punches without somebody catching with a counter hook or uppercut. Was it Rocha that beat Blair? Yeah, I think so. Every time he hit, he changed his hairstyle. Yeah, I think it was Rocha, man. Real talk. Shout out to Mark Nash on deck. That's good with him, Mark. I'm with Trap Media. U.S. Hooker came in at 150. Definitely unprofessional. If y'all saying he was coming with a weight advantage, I have to see how the fight goes down, first of all, and then I have to hear what he has to say post-fight conference. I just want to hear it, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I want to hear. I have two people in the chat that's agreeing that Mo Hooker is unprofessional for coming in 3 pounds overweight. The weight limit is 147. He weighed in at 150. That isn't a good look, bro. That isn't good luck. But in boxing, sometimes these fighters has injuries that instead of them pulling out the fight, they want to stay on deck. They about to show up right now. Hold up. They about to show up right now. They talking about the weigh-in, I think. I don't know for sure, but I think they're talking about the weigh-in. Well, after looking at the weigh-in, I'm leaning towards the chat. It looks like both of these guys came with the hair braided, and one guy was on weight and one guy wasn't. Mo Hooker looked happy. He didn't look disappointed in not making weight. So I'm leaning towards the politician himself, Trap, dog. You know what I'm saying? Let me see with Blair Fair, see if he gave us any type of machismo. Well, pretty much with Blair the Flair, he was in his zen mode. He didn't do too much talking and shit like that. Let me see the face off, man, because I didn't get a chance to see the weigh-ins. I don't know, either fighter, man. You know, they didn't really give us any energy. You know, I seen how Blair was flexing and shit. He looks like the bigger fighter for sure. I would say, man, with that weight, that extra 3 pounds, Maurice doesn't look conditioned to me. Like I said before, he might have an injury where he couldn't do anything about it, but he was going to show up to the fight. I might be all the way off with this. You know what I'm saying? Because some fighters you can't read in this case, but both fighters have suffered knockouts in their career. And if I'm looking at the more conditioned fighter, I'm looking at Cobbs. He looks like the bigger fighter than me. Maurice Hooker, man, arms look super skinny. You know, he ain't never been a muscular dude, but looking at Cobbs, he looked like he has more muscle on him. And he looks the more healthy out of the two. I don't know. I'm getting a busy feeling about Maurice Hooker. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a dial-up connection. You know, anybody who came in through that era, I'm getting a dial-up connection sound when it comes to Maurice. So we'll see how he get down, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm pulling for Maurice Hooker though. I'm pulling for Maurice Hooker because Blair the Flair hasn't fully recovered from that excursion that he went on, and he was just talking reckless. Oh my God, this dude was talking reckless. And he went in there and got stopped, bro. He hasn't recovered from that yet. So give me a minute to pull up this. Okay, people. The fight is coming on at 9:00. And we're going to get to the chat. I'm about to get to the chat, okay? Hold on for a second. Okay, Andrew said, yeah, that was it. I read that. I'm with Trap. Yep. He might be injured. It looked like he slipped up and was about what happened. Tonight, fight for cause, period. But especially coming off a loss like that. But shout out to Blair. Instead, he said he had a lot going on in his head. Things happen. It's boxing. Okay. That's what I thought, man. I don't get that from Mo Hooker to come in 3 pounds overweight and be unprofessional. I believe these boxers, they have a lot going on or whatever. I believe them. I mean, they take punishment before the fight, in the fight, and after the fight in recovery. Hooker's team told him the day before they weren't going to make the weight. Okay. Is that right? Crawford ran down on Cobb. No, I did not see that, dog. What channel did you see that on? I have to always look up boy Crawford if he ran down on Cobb. God damn, you gotta let me know. I gotta find that. I gotta find that right. Chill.
I want to know your pound for pound.
Man, what is that about? Hold on for a second. I'm trying to find out what let me see if you put it in here. What did you see that at? Where Crawford ran down on him. Man, these trolls are still trying to communicate with me on YouTube, man. These cats are absolutely still looking to get burnt up. I'm trying not to be an arsonist, man. You get me on the keyboard too long, shit start to catch fire. Y'all better stay out my comments on YouTube, bro. So let me try to go back in here. Okay. All right, cool. I'm gonna do that right now. So let me mute this. Look, I appreciate that, man. That just further proves why I fuck with Crawford like that. Because Crawford is not with his people, a whole lot of brothers around him, security. He's pulling up on a team member, and he pulled up on Blair for what was going on. Crawford is up there doing what I know he would do: pull up game and check a motherfucker just like he do online. I'm telling you, he a different type of dude. He a different type of dude when it comes to being a man in life. But appreciate that info. And also, I seen Al TB up there. He interviewed Blair the Flair. I didn't get a chance to listen to all of it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he's there doing an interview with Blair, representing Spit Bucket. Shout out to them doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Even though we had our worst in the past, man, I'm not sitting up here hating on him for doing what he's doing. Even though he talked shit about me back in the day, we was cordial when we seen each other. I was up in Texas solo dolo. He remember? I was in Texas solo dolo. And that further proves my point about the lies. Because if anybody, look, if anybody know, it's Correa. Because that was the same weekend. You know what I'm saying? That was the same weekend. But anyway, you know what it is, man. You know, shout out to him, Spit Bucket. Continue to do your thing, and I'll look at that interview a little bit later. But yeah, my boy Crawford did pull up on him and talk his shit, and people had to get close to the situation to split them up. They didn't want them going down, and Blair has a fight. Because we all know what would have happened if Crawford would have got a little bit too close to the Blair. You know what I'm saying? Like Andrew said, you know, his hairstyle would have changed. One half would have been braided, the other half would have been undone. I'll tell you. And that would have been the outlet when Crawford got them touching with that damn right hand. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he would have started off Southpaw with Blair Cobbs, you know, just because. You know what I'm saying? He would have started off Southpaw just because, just to let him know what the temperature's like. If you ever want to step in the square with me, I start off Southpaw. This is what you're going to get there, Cobbs. But shout out to them, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing their thing over there. I ain't mad at him. I remember when they wanted WCS to be a part. You know what I'm saying? They wanted me to be a part of an umbrella, a media umbrella. And I said, no, I'm gonna do my own thing. But write some articles for it. No, I'm gonna do my own thing. I tried to write articles for a mag, and they wanted me to put out like 2 or 3 articles a week. And I was like, man, it's limiting me for doing what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's putting a name out there, I'll have to find out. It's been so long, but yeah, before I was on YouTube heavy, yeah, that's what I was doing, man. Um, I got the receipts for that. The UK wanted me to start writing articles for their boxers over there. Long as I limit my support for the US boxers over here. At that time, it was Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, stuff going on. So they saw what I was talking about with Deontay Wilder. They wanted me to start writing on their boxers over in UK. They was putting up, the money of it and everything. They was willing to pay me and all that. Give me, if they had fights over here, they was trying to build up a presence, a US presence over here. So they used to see me on lives. Look, they used to see me on Facebook lives with barely, like I pop on every now and then. So people didn't know I was coming on. I maybe had like 8, 10 people, in the oven, a dozen. And then all of a sudden people start, hitting me on a DM on Facebook and say, hey, we want to talk to you about doing some business, da da da. Come to find out, it was the UK media, man. They was trying to get me to goddamn start talking about their fighters, write articles, limiting my voice about, supporting surf fighters over here in the US. I couldn't do it. That wasn't where my heart was at. You know what I'm saying? But it did happen. SB90 on deck. What's good with it, bro? Just search Terrence Crawford Blair. Yeah, it popped up for sure. It popped up. Yep. Hey, the fight card comes on at 9:00. The fight card comes on at 9:00. So, like I said before, man, I'm looking forward to certain fights. Of course, I don't know how Hooker is. I don't know what type of health he in. The shit he had going on. He looked a little smooth to me. Blair looked very shredded, conditioned. He looked ready to go. He looked good. He looked good for this fight camp. You know what I'm saying? So very little talking from him. I don't know if his people told him to calm down. Don't go overboard like you did last time, because Mo Hooker is a tough opposition, and you go in there and get knocked out, and people gonna tell you, "Hey, what's going on with you?" They're gonna further like counsel you, bro. They're gonna be like, "Hey, we need to revise. We need to go back to the drawing board and see what's going on." Let me see what he had to say in this interview right quick. He said, "This fire is not blown out. This is just another step towards greatness." You know what I'm saying? I can hold on that. You know what I'm saying? He says fire is not blown out from taking that L. You know? He basically said Mo Hooker is not a stay busy fight. He's pretty much saying that after he took that knockout loss, he didn't have to go through no drastic recovery period and recollect himself and say, you know what, am I hungry enough to be in the sport? What is going on? I need to get it together. That look really bad. He's saying that no, I'm stepping back in here with a tough fight. He said he want to leave that mentality to Rocha, the guy who beat him. I believe he's talking about the mentality where picking and choosing their fights and not trying to be great. Blair Flair was insinuating that he only had 3 weeks to train for the fight, which I cannot argue and debate that doesn't happen in boxing. It does. Short notices happen. I happen to be a part and witness one of them when I was in Tennessee, and I was doing media, and I followed Team Plant, and that's when he told me to cut the camera off, but my ears were still tuned in. You know, he said, "Hey, cut the camera off," blah blah blah, and plus respect to Larry Wade and everything, right? But Caleb Plant was going off on David Benavidez, trying to send him a freaking a fight term sheet or whatever, contract agreement, something like that, to fight him at this time, which would have provided him very little window, a very small window after fighting Vincent Feigenboots, that then jump back in the square with him, which would have absolutely been a short notice fight for Caleb. And he chose right. You know why he chose right? Because he ended up getting the biggest payday of his fucking career with Canelo Alvarez. But I seen that play out right there in front of me, man. I seen that play out right there. So that's not cap. Short notices happen. So I can't sit up here and say Blair Flair just capping. No. So, of course, Correa is asking Blair Flair and pretty much saying, you know, I believe what you're saying is you tried to be great in your last fight. And I want to ask you, what do you think about the criticism that was given from one of the fighters here in the 214 in a Mr. Errol Spence Jr.? Of course, if you know the history, Correa used to be very close to Errol Spence. I'm not the one to sit up here and bring up old shit, but you know, you couldn't say shit around Correa about Errol Spence. But like I said before, I'm not talking about old shit, man. I wish the brother number, you know, mad respect. I hope he get in good, back in good with them. But he asked Blair Flair what he thought about the criticisms Spence gave, because look, check this out. Spence had every right to have criticism of Blair because he called a man a coward. I haven't even called Spence a coward. I'm not even on that type of temperature or that type of brain, that wavelength for no reason. I don't have no reason to call him a coward, but Blair Flair called him a coward, bro. When you call a man a coward and you competing in the same occupation as him, you gotta own up to that shit. I don't even see Errol Spence on that temperature at all. That's like some personal shit to call the man a coward. So let me see what the fuck Blair Flair had to say about this shit. So what Blair was doing while Correa was asked the question, salute to Correa, dog, because he be animating and asking some of his questions too, dog. Look, niggas can't understand why I don't take this shit personal with dudes, you know, when it's non-physical, because I'm enjoying his interview. I ain't gonna lie, I'm enjoying the interview. Blair was with his gray fingernails. He was scratching the left side of the back of his ear while Correa was freaking asking the question about what he has to say about Errol Spence's words, right? So he's gonna come out his mouth and say, I don't have any words. I really didn't hear it. Bullshit. Let me finish listening to what he had to say. Damn, Blair. Oh shit. Okay, let me unwrap what he just mentioned. Okay, just when I thought Blair the Flair was sleeping, he showed us that the man is a bit woke. He is a bit woke. He was about to say, I'm not all about. He did say this. I'm not all about the Twitter universe and this, that, and the other. So all right, going with this. He stepped back. He said, hold up. Let's talk about who have Spence fought and the amount of fights that I have that you can consider a 50-50 fight. I was like, oh shit. He just made sense. I'm real talk. Let's forget about Blair being knocked out by Rocha. He has a valid point on asking who has Spence fought and the amount of fights that he had, because we can look back at Spence's title fight with Kell Brook. Okay, we can look back at him coming off a loss. What Blair was asking was, who did he step in the ring with in the amount of time that he has had in his career, with the amount of fights that he went in there and had a second guess and say, you know what, is this a good fight for me? Is this a 50-50 fight? And that makes all the sense in the world, because they criticized Roy Jones Jr. a lot for not stepping in there with fighters who was equal or greater. Maybe Roy was just that damn good. But let me continue to look in. Let me continue to listen to this video. He says why they're stepping in there daring to be great. We're still waiting for Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fight to mature, which he has a point. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but we know there's a lot of role players that are influential in making that shit happen. But I get where he's going with it. So once again, compliments go out to IOTBA. Reason being is that I know he's a diehard, rededicated Errol Spence fanatic, but he is not asking leading questions for the viewers. He is not asking leading questions to Blair the Flair. So I have to commend him on his interviewer, his interview and the questions that he's directing. Now, Blair was asked by IOTBA, who do he believe is holding up the fight? And Blair said, honestly, I believe Errol Spence. IOTBA then asked a question as if say, well, the fight is being held up. I know Errol Spence wants to fight. I just want to ask you, who do you think holding up the fight? No, he didn't say that. He just asked a question that was neutral, and Blair answered it. You know what I'm saying? And the fights don't come on to 9 o'clock. That's why I'm up here just talking. So just when I gave a compliment, now he starts to talk about the belt system. He said, why do you believe it's Errol Spence? And then he goes into describing what we already know. He goes to the belts by the numbers. Errol Spence has 3, Terrence Crawford has 1. Damn, Blair. This is a damn good interview. We're sitting about 3,000 views. You know what I'm saying? It's on ILTBA Boxing Talk. You know what I'm saying? He said, Blair the Flair answered and said he believed it's just politics because ILTBA was trying to insinuate that Errol Spence has all the belts. And like a lot of other Spencerholics on here believe that it should be easy for them to decide and make this fight happen based off the number of straps that are in possession of Errol Spence Jr. And that's not the way it worked. I want to commend Blair the Flair for being intellectually astute to answering these questions, because he said, what? It's not like Terrence Crawford cannot go over and beat the individuals that Errol Spence defeated. And he's absolutely right. The argument used to be so much that, you know, Errol Spence can defeat everybody Terrence Crawford has on his resume. But you have to look at it like this. That's impossible when Terrence Crawford was fighting in lighter weight classes. Okay. And he earned divisions. You know, he defeated Ricky Burns. And then he moved up and he picked up another title. And then he defended the titles. You know what I'm saying? All the way up to he fought what? Julius Ndongo. He ended up becoming undisputed. You know what I'm saying? He did what he had to do, bro. He did what he had to do. And then he moved up to welterweight division. Within the welterweight division, we all know he have all stoppages. TKO. Call him Mr. TKO, goddammit. No scorecards allowed. Let me keep it moving. So, okay, pretty much what Blair the Flair ended, he zipped it up with, is that he believes Errol Spence is the one that's holding up the fight. I know a lot of people would disagree with that, but that's just coming from Blair the Flair, right? He didn't really put a lot of spice to it. He just said he believes he's the one that's holding up the fight. Then LTB changed it up a little bit, asked him a question about one of Texas' own Mighty Mo Hooker. And he pretty much said that Mo Hooker made a point, you know, I don't care about all that talking. If you keep on talking, I'm going to make him, you know, do this and that. You know how people say, I'm going to fuck him up for doing all the talking. Okay. Blair said, I don't care about any of that on what he's saying, you know, because he pretty much have to step in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Blair said, I'm going to continue to do the talking regardless of what he's thinking. You know, I'm focused, I'm zoned in, and he pretty much saying it's nothing that went wrong in camp. He's still the same fighter. He's not taking a stay busy fighting Mo Hooker. Pretty much he's telling you that I'm good. I only had 3 weeks to prepare. I'm going to come over here and look better. This makes me even want to see this fight even more. I like it. So he don't care what people saying about him talking. He said people ask him what he got to say. He don't have shit to say. It's time to fucking fight. And you know, that's pretty much the end of the interview. Shout out to you know, the interviewer RTB, and shout out to Blair Cause for a great interview. You know what I'm saying? It went over the top. He didn't give us the pizzazz that we usually see him. So it is what it is. Hey, you can say what you want, bro, about when Dongo and Burns, but let me educate you a bit. When Burns stepped in there against Crawford, he haven't lost in 7 years, bro. He haven't lost in 7 years. Unlike when Kell Brooks stepped in there with Errol Spence, he's coming off a loss, and it was under 9 months. 9 months or less, whatever you want to call it. It was a very short period of time to recover from the beating that Gennady Golovkin had gave him. So when you want to talk about Burns, do your homework. The man hadn't lost in 7 freaking years before he stepped in there with Terrence Crawford. So give Terrence Crawford his credit. And then for Dongo, for him to go in there and stop a Dongo in 3 rounds, he got the job done. And you know, when they mentioned the 4-belt era, where do you think Jermaine Taylor and B-Hop and where Terrence Crawford comes into play? All fighters that you're discounting as nothing. You know what I'm saying? What does Terrence Crawford name sit on the list of the 4-belt era undisputed fighters? You know what I'm saying? Did he do it before Canelo Alvarez? Did he do it before Jermell Charlo? Did he do it before Josh Taylor? Did he do it before Olisana Usyk? I mean, come on, help me understand. Help me understand why you up here, obviously a temporary, and you wanna discount Burns and Ndongo. That name you got, you seem like a fat kid that's probably chomping on a donut and a Twinkie at the same freaking time. You know what I'm saying? Behind, overweight, goddamn got your Dr. Pepper over there. And say, you know what? Someday I'm gonna get in shape and get myself fit. But right now, goddamn it, I'm just gonna eat. Hey, mommy. Yeah. Can you give me a ding dong, please? Yeah, 2 of them. And a glass of warm milk. I'm getting a little sleepy. I just want the endorphins to be enacted so I can go lay my head on the pillow. Thank you. Oh, what's my weight? Still over. Okay. Come in here with that bullshit, dog. Let's see what they talking about with the zone. Let's come on and see what they talking about. Well, they haven't started yet. We 2 minutes. We 2 minutes from the hour. So they're just going over the pre-fight promo. You know, they're showing Ortiz dropping Mo Hooker when they fought. Mo Hooker basically said he had a hurt hand. You know how that goes. You know how that goes. Showing Manny Pacquiao, Katie Taylor, Floyd Mayweather. They just talking about the Zone Boxing Archives. So if y'all, want to go look at some footage, go in there and check out the archives. You know what I'm saying? But we should be getting it in real quick. Until then, let me go on some more boxing news, man. I didn't get around to it. Was a fight that I wanted to talk about. Michael Conlan dominates Miguel Mariaga for a 10-round decision. Just in case y'all didn't know. I don't know if you've seen the virtual interview with Virgil Ortiz and Fight Hub, but he pretty much addressed the criticism that was given towards him when he pulled out of the McKinson fight before. And he basically pretty much told him, hey, I'm not answering any questions for you. Never. And he got off the live. I was like, hey, shit go down like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Damn. It's talk that Deontay Wilder is going to be back in the fray real soon. Footage was released of him, giving Francis Ngannou the current reigning defending heavyweight Ultimate Fighting Championship world champion. So he was up there getting that work, Badu Jack. You know what I'm saying? He basically said he's trying to get back into it. So at least he's lacing up, he's back in the square. And it seems like he's training over there in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So good to go with that. I heard one of the channels are on their way up there to get footage or whatever. So we'll see when the footage come out. Shout out to Trick Noty, man. I'm gonna hit you back too. I saw that you called, Trick. I'm gonna hit you back, bro. But I just had, in the process, I had some shit going on where I couldn't really, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna make no excuses. I will hit you back, bro. Appreciate you calling. It's thunder and lightning over here, bro. Damn. Let me go back over here and see what's popping. Okay, they're finally opening up right now. I love these pics that say shit. Devin Haney put something out saying that George Kambosos would get beat worse in the rematch. I'm hoping so, man, because look, right now he's untouchable when it comes to what he was able to do. But the only reason people haven't really been parading or serenading him with congratulations and plaudits and everything, because he has to go back over there. So it's almost like he was able to accomplish the first half. Now they want him to go over there and accomplish the second half. It's not like they mesh together, but they are in the same location. And it's pretty hard for people to sit up here and say, you know what? Let's give him all the credit in the world, but he has to go back over there and behind enemy lines and defeat George Kambosos again. And then from our assessment, right, we're looking at it like he did the boy dirty. He dominated him. So it's not going to get any better during the rematch. Unless Devin Haney comes in there looking like Alexander Povetkin when he stepped in there with a rematch with Dillian White. Dude looked like he couldn't even stand up. It's almost like they put Ambien knee wraps on his knees. And his knees would sleep as he was walking to the motherfucking ring, dog. He couldn't even stand up. And let me insert a little bit of anesthesia. You're gonna feel a little pinch on your left knee. Yep, on your right knee. So when you walk to the ring, your balance is definitely going to be off there, Povetkin. Okay, that's just to give a little bit to the fans. When you first receive that punch from Dillian, you probably gonna goddamn go out damn near over the top rope. It's going to look like WWE, but try your best not to go over the top rope. Stay in the ring, take the knockout. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we at, okay? Unless something happened with Devin Haney to the point where he absolutely looked way different than he did before, he should go in there and dominate Kambosos again. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to sit up here and play George Kambosos for stupid and say they're not smart enough to look at film of the first fight. They're very smart enough to look at film from the first fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? So is it somebody in there that's educated enough to come up with a game plan to make that fight look way different than the first one? I don't know if they have to. I don't know, bro. They can hire somebody to come in. Like, I remember talking to a trainer over there in NYC about him bringing in Albert Bell, and they say, why is he gonna bring in Albert Bell when he's fighting Devin Haney? Because I've seen Albert Bell spar. Albert Bell is a masterful technician. I know he doesn't get a lot of credit, just like Terrence Crawford, but I've seen him fight 8 rounds in sparring. And he fought different every fucking round, dog. I didn't know what George Kambosos was looking to get out of Albert Bell, because I heard Albert Bell was fucking him up, Real talk. I heard he was fucking up Kambosos in sparring. I seen Aberbell in sparring, dropped his sparring partner. I'm not gonna mention his name because it seems like, you know, people touch you down here and shit. You know what I'm saying? For no reason. But all I'm saying is I seen him. Dude has mad skills and he's very smart boxer. And I can see him going in there fucking up Kambosos. Real talk. And of course, Aberbell, from my understanding, is at a higher weight class than Kambosos. You know, but hey, it is what it is, man. I guess the ladies are going to be up first, man. No, they're in the co-main. I'll take that back. They were just showing it. But hit the like button in the building. Man, it's thunder and lightning like it's cool over here, boy. What do y'all think about that Joseph Parker and Joe Joyce fight? It's going down September 24th at Manchester, Queensberry. Oscar De La Hoya say Virgil Ortiz Jr. is ready to face Spencer Crawford. Okay. Okay, we're about to kick these fights off. Let's get it. Beck the Bully is on his way to the ring. Let's see if he comes, better from his loss to Rosado. And also, I see Joel Diaz over there. I see Joel Diaz over there. Can't imagine what that conversation is going to be like in Vegas. Can't imagine what that conversation going to be like. People going to be over there talking like a hummingbird. I bet people, if I could be a fly on the wall over there, boy, it's just going to be telling on me to the champ. It's just going to be telling on me to champ. Do you know what's been going on with WCS, champ? I can't imagine what's going to be going on over there, boy. You should never let him take a picture with you again, champ. We about to get this fight going on. Fight card, man. The first one on the main card on deck with it. Man, shout out to Captain Chaos, man, the man with the plan. Taking a stand. What's good? What's good there, Captain Chaos? Oh, so Trick believes Joyce by derailment. I can't really go against it because Joseph Parker just be disappointing me with his energy, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, damn. I just wish he had more energy. Joe Joyce is no different. Like his jab had the energy when he was fighting Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois was just basically the perfect statue for Joseph Parker, wasn't he? He was the perfect statue. Bing, bing. I mean, the shit the head didn't move. So whenever he just was in range, bing, 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 he was just popping them, bing, bing. Pick your toy. You just won the stuffed animal over there. Which one do you want? The full size one. Yeah. You land a total of 38 jabs. All right. 38 consecutive jabs. You get the grand prize. What do you want? I mean, it was easy work for him to damn find that eye. And look, Dubois, his eyes start to talk to him. Hey man, you see what's going on, man? I don't know what to tell you, man. I can't even say nothing right now. I'm swollen up, man. How you doing me like this, man? God damn. Go side to side or something, man. God damn. It's starting to hurt real bad, man. I know you don't have enough time to get some ice, but goddamn, just move to the right, to the left, something. I'm feeling real fucked up right now, man. Help me out. I'm serious. Daniel Dubois, I was just telling him, hey, bro, help me help you, because you only have two eyes. So therefore, if I'm out of commission, it's going to be much harder for you to complete this damn fight. Okay. God damn. Move your fucking head. Now, of course, Joseph Parker is not going to be a statue. So I'm going to tell you straight up, that Joseph Parker fight might be a boring ass fight. It might be a boring fight. Real talk. Y'all up here whining about Trevor Bryan and Daniel Dubois. Shit. Y'all might be in for another snoozer. Real talk. Man, this thunder is coming down over here, y'all. Hopefully I don't lose anything. With the power or anything. You know what I'm saying? The sky's talking over here. Let me see. Let me listen to the intro. Shout out to Monica the Queen on deck. How you feeling? She said salute World Combat Sports. Salute chat room. Monica said, I pray for your family. Are you talking about the death I had in the family or what? If that's it, I appreciate you. Because I'm waiting on we planning a funeral right now. I lost my sister. And I'm saying tragically. So I choose not to go into details, but that's what you're talking about. I appreciate it. Salute everybody in the chat. Y'all be sure to hit the like button if you haven't already subscribed. Appreciate you. Y'all do the same to that brother right there. Check him out. Sub. Okay, for sure. Appreciate it, Monica. Appreciate you. Real talk. Blessings to you. Very thankful. We're on the round one. Let me see what they're calling these dudes. So I'm gonna call the guy in the black and white Yanin and Bully, the one is with the purple waistband. You know what I'm saying? With the gray purple waistband. Yanin is down already. 11 losses. He's down already, y'all, from a liver shot. He's down already in the first round. Jesus Christ. I mean, what do did you eat a burrito before you stepped in the ring, dog? Did you do any core exercises? I don't think this is going to make it out of the first round. 205 remaining in the first, man. This guy's up against the ropes. He's folded over. Okay, he takes that up top real nice. You know, pops the jab. He's in retreat. He's on the back foot. Bully hits him with a right up top. Another right to the body. Okay. Yanin's still up. He's not giving up, though. He has 11 losses. He's not giving up. Bully is still trying to attack. A 1-2. Sends it up top. Yanin is just trying to gather. You know, he's still trying to get his legs underneath him. He missed with that left cross Bully. 1-2 to the body. The ref warns him to keep the shots up. Yanin reaches his hand out there to tap gloves. He said, "It's okay, buddy. Just give me a little bit, half a second." So Yanin's in the corner, man, with all the head feints. You know, he's trying to recover. Fakes the jab. And Bully he's fighting southpaw too. So he's just being patient. He digs to the body again, digs to the other side, the right side of the body. Yanin's still on his feet, man. Good job. Now, if I go out for a little bit, man, y'all hold tight till I get back on. Because it's you know, the sky's angry. Bully hits him with a left up top, man. Yanin shakes it. The lights are